Hi there, welcome to Prime Time. I'm Paul Orford. I'm here with Constantinos from Alexandria Professional Studies. And what I wanted to look to today was discuss the professional study course, because there are a lot of people in this industry, some vast majority highly intelligent people, but they're not qualified. So why should they really do this? I mean, the industry seems to work by itself, kind of, I say self-regulatory in the action sense rather than the physical sense, but why should they take a course?
Thank you, Paul. Mainly, Alexandria Professional Studies actually was founded a couple of years back. It's the professional arm of Alexandria College. It's a regulated college, and we established the professional arm because we identified the gap in the industry regarding the necessary knowledge, mainly inside the investment firms. We do also emphasize on the CYPRUS exams and the CPDs, but what we wanted to really offer to the employees of the financial firms is the necessary knowledge surrounding the field of where they're working. That's the Forex industry mainly, equities. So we do provide specialized courses surrounding the field of technical analysis, and we also offer courses by the CISI, that's the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investments. We're accredited trading partners, and we offer the courses, and we went a step further offering them online. So now someone can watch the course, they can subscribe to the course. We do have high caliber educators. For example, the courses now are led by Petros Floridis, which is also a board member of the CISI. So they're offered by Petros. A potential client student can go back and forth if they have any inquiries, and they can watch it as many times as they want, but at the end result is leading them to the examinations of the specific course. And we're talking about examinations to regulated bodies. It's either the CISI or the STA. So you obtain the Certified Financial Technician by the STA and the CISI courses, as well as obtaining a certificate of attendance by Alexandria Professional Studies. That's very important because there are a lot of academies now all over the place. It's not just any academy, it's not Constantino's Academy or Paul's Academy. They're certificates from regulated bodies. That's the most important.
So the thing is, CISEC, they do get a bit of a kick in sometimes, for whatever reason, but I think it's quite good when they're openly encouraging people to do this now. Because before, like in London, for example, you would have had to do a low-level CISI exam just to be able to sell something over the telephone. So a lot of brokerages, I guess, will be calling you to do this because it helps them for their compliance department and their relationship with the regulator. So why would they do that? Like, we've always gone back to the same thing where they're making money. Why give themselves the extra headache?
Well, I would say a brokerage firm, once it has the qualified employees, it will take them to the next level. Because what we found out is that the industry has so many manpower, so many employees, which are truly lacking the knowledge in the industry they're working in. Because we do have payments, we do have support, we have back office, we have junior compliance. So they're entering the market without having the necessary knowledge. By obtaining the knowledge, you can offer high credibility, and you can explain to the client, you can talk to the client, and the client will understand that he's talking to a knowledgeable employee. That's very important nowadays, and that will make the difference between brokerage firms.
I think also on an organisational aspect, like I say, there's a lot of people in this country who can go from job to job. They could leave in the morning and get a new job at lunchtime. But if you're actually invested in your staff members, surely they're going to stay longer. They feel like they're not just another person who can be replaced. If someone's saying, look, I want to put you through these exams here, it's going to take a year, for example, to do this whole structure. I'm invested in you not only financially but as an individual. Surely it's good for a brokerage to do that. You have a stable workforce, a happy workforce, and a happy workforce means more money.
Yes. Well, I remember a quote. I can't remember how it really goes or who said it, and it was someone said that the HR came up and said, can we, no, actually when this employee wants us to pay for a qualification, so he wants to invest in knowledge. What shall we do if he leaves? And then the CEO answered and said, what if we don't and he stays? So
it's a good point, because you're not going to grow as an organisation. You know, I mean, you've got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, what do we really want to be as an organisation? Do we just want to be, like we said in the prior video, an organisation that has a new client every 28 days? Or are we going to look to grow our staff members' knowledge base, so you can maybe go on to selling stocks or whatever the case may be? You know, I think when people grow, the organisation grows as well.
Exactly. Investing in your employees is the biggest investment a firm can do, and something that we also offer to major investment firms, and mainly people that have obtained the CYPRUS Advanced examination, is we offer the CPDs, but at the same time we offer bonus courses free of charge. We have also dropped the prices because there was a big abusement in the industry, because someone that took the CYPRUS Advanced exam, they had to obtain the necessary CPDs in order to renew the exam. And since they were obliged to do, we saw a form of abusement in the industry of charging extensive amounts for these CPDs. So we've lowered the prices because we're offering them online, and we're throwing bonus courses from the CISI, because in order to renew, a CPD has to be relevant to the syllabus. So we're offering bonus courses surrounding the field, for example, artificial intelligence, data analytics. There are very hot topics which are CISI syllabus. So it's not any course. So we're throwing them in order to increase the knowledge of the employees.
So it would serve like as a gateway spine to your knowledge, and then you have the modules that you add on. I mean, surely the government should be helping in some way as well with stuff like this, you know? Like, you're only going to improve the knowledge base of the people who work here, which means more companies come in because there's more. Like, you're not going to have to double the salaries of your staff members. So I think any owners watching this should calm down. Look, they're going to be happier. Of course, you're going to have to pay them more slightly because they're more intelligent.
Yep.
But that'll be shown in the profits as well. And just to bring it to COVID, you can't have a summer party anyway, so you might as well just the money you're going to have in a summer party invest in, you know, Alexandra College. So the level of intelligence you'd need for this, would like an idiot like myself go into this and they'd have a chance, as long as they had the work ethic, of course. You can't just turn up and tick the boxes.
Yes, we do target people without any knowledge. It's not hard. It's the entrance into the financial industry, and we do try and help out firms. We, as a regulated college, we also offer subsidized by the HRDA authority, and which covers the majority of the cost, so they're able to invest into the employees at a lower cost. And we're also launching at the end of the year a bundle which we really believe in. It's a bundle at a very discounted price because it's online, which will have the Certified Financial Technician Diploma. It will have the CISI Introduction to Securities and Investments, as well as professional refreshers or the CYPRUS exam. So we offer a bundle which has a retail price offline of approximately 10,000 sterlings. We're offering it at 3,000 euros, all in one bundle, which leads to professional diplomas as well as certificates from Alexander. So that's something which should be of tremendous interest to employees.
Well, there's 2 points there which I'd like to pick up on. The HRDA, I'd never come across that before in my life. Would you ever help an organisation get access to this? Because maybe they're like me, they're not aware of it. So if you happen to become aware of it, you know, it helps you.
Yes, we do. We take care of all the paperwork. So how it works, and big firms that pay social insurance for their employees, they are allowed to subsidize, to have a portion of the subsidization to the employees. So the social insurance is like it's reinvesting back into the people that are paying social insurance. So for example, we had a couple of investment firms lately, they wanted to do in-house training. If the in-house training is relevant to the field that the firms are working, it's fully subsidized. 100%. We had investment firms, for example, they wanted a course on regulatory framework or new updates or best execution policies. So we went in, we took care of the whole paperwork. It was fully subsidized. They pay us, they get 100% back from the HRTA. I mean, you can't get more free than that. Yes, and you're also investing in your people.
Okay, so I'm going to look at the camera and say it now. You're mad not to do this. If you're literally getting it for free. And we're always taught there's no such thing as a free lunch, but there is.
There is, yes. It's truly amazing. I mean, the investment coming back, it's why not do it? I mean, you choose the topics relevant to employees. The employees can gather up and say, you know, I want to learn this. We can provide it, and it can be fully subsidized. Now, depending on the employee, even if it's not fully subsidized, there's circumstances where it can be 80%, 85%. I mean, that's as good as free.
Yeah. So, the actual course, how long would it take? Is it like hours-wise? There's always like a minimum study length of like solid study, like 40 hours, 80 hours, etc.
For example, if we take the Certified Financial Technician Diploma, it's offline, it's usually 6 months. Now, depending on how eager the student is and how much he wants to learn, since it's online, yes, he cannot. There's no point sticking it to 2 classes per week. He can watch a chapter each day. He can watch a chapter every once other day. I mean, he's flexible. So depending on how thirsty he is, he can complete the course in 3 months. So he can obtain his level 1 and then sit the level 2 exam.
And this is internationally recognized as well. So if you're watching this from outside of Cyprus, for example, it has relevance.
Yes. For example, the CFT, it allows the participant to offer freely investment advice as long as the investment firm has the license to do so. So he can state his name, he can provide entry points, stop loss, take profits. It's investment advice. He can tell the client, the potential client, to enter long or short positions. I mean, that's it's recognized by the UK, the STA. It's a dual qualification diploma, and once you pass the STA, you also receive a certificate from IFTA, which is the US equivalent, and you receive the diploma at the same time.
This is what we need, because I've always been really critical of, I won't name names, but they go on the face of brokerages telling people how, what, where and when to do, but the chances are they don't do it themselves. They're not qualified and they're reading an auto cue. So if you're doing this, at least if you're a brokerage showing your high net worth clients, or you're the face, the sock puppet on the video for the brokerage, at least you've got something behind you to say, look, I know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
You know, so, and it's worst case scenario, 85% reduced.
Exactly. One issue that we identified was, all of a sudden we came out and said, if someone has the CYPRUS advanced exam, he can offer investment advice. Investment advice is not as simple. It's you're telling the client to buy or sell a specific instrument. The CYPRUS advanced, it was a breakthrough in the industry. People became aware of the regulations, so they were actually protecting the client, but it does not provide the necessary knowledge to tell the client to either buy or sell a stock.
It's more compliance based, isn't it? You know?
Exactly. Now with the CFT, they recognized it. We've seen investment firms asking for the CFT or equivalent diploma, which that's amazing, finally. But it does provide the knowledge and the background to actually inform the client, tell him to buy or sell, and support it technically in a nice report. So when the client sees it, you know, it's different level of confidence. So this guy knows what he's talking about.
All right, so we got winters coming. Maybe not in this country, touch wood, but a lot of other European countries, they're all going to be locked down. can an individual come to you and take this exam? Because look, you're going to have nothing better to do. You can't go to the pub or anything, so why not improve yourself?
It's fully online, pre-recorded courses in studios. We do have live mentorship after that. We have revision tests, but the majority of the course is done pre-recorded with illustrations popping up. So it's so much effort put into it. I mean, once you cover a chapter in class, maybe you will cover it in 3 hours. So we took them 3 hours and we done in 5 hours. It's a better breakdown, illustrations popping up. There's more explanation into it, so a student can comprehend what exactly we're talking about and what the syllabus is referring to.
I mean, I think that's a good way to use like the incoming lockdown. It's going to happen at some point anyway, so improve yourself. So when you come out the other side, which we will, there's a good chance you'll get a better job or better salary or whatever.
It's the way to enter the industry as well. So there's so many degrees now out there. I have a degree in finance, I have a degree in business management.
It's not specific though, is it, to the actual industry?
Yes, now we're referring to Introduction to Securities and Investments. We're referring to technical analysis diplomas, to regulations, to professional refreshers. It's dedicated. So I want this job. I want to enter the financial industry. This is the way. Yeah. So you're not covering a wide range of everything. It's more dedicated, and you're always obtaining the diplomas and certificates from regulated bodies in the financial industry.
Yeah. All right, mate, let's wrap it up there. What's the best way for people to get more information about that and how you can help with like HRDA and everything?
Yes, you can always find us at Alexander College under Professional Studies. We also do have our own domain, which is professional.alexander.ac.cy. Any possible information, you can also find us by email, or we do have active social media channels, Facebook, LinkedIn. Drop a message and we'll be back.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Paul.
Cheers, everyone. Bye.